I started this course off with a simple website where I could post educational content on how young adults can learn how to better manage their money. However, this soon grew to, a small email marketing business where I developed channels to attract subscribers and really build a relationship with them. And while there aren't many currently, I do have the system set up in place that will allow me to do this. And that's one of the biggest things I accomplished during this course, and that was setting up these systems. The trouble now is actually getting the word out about it. And this leads me to my first big point of learning in the course. And that is, after so much hard work, I think my perfectionist mindset is somewhat slowing me down a little bit. And I say this because after spending copious amounts of time creating educational content, I still have an unwillingness to share what I've created for whatever reason, and specifically with the people that know me personally. However, one thing that I am really proud of during this course is my dedication and work ethic to money mindset. And on good weeks, I was able to spend anywhere from 30 to 40 hours on top of all my other schoolwork. Now, I am someone who has always taken a causation approach and carefully planned out my approach in really everything that I do. And in light of this, the first thing I did when I started this project was to put systems in place that I thought were going to make me successful. And this meant dedicating 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. every single night to work on money mindset, as well as creating a visual and very detailed work-back plan that I regrettably did have to adjust multiple times. However, it still did help me quite a lot. Now, my first step in creating a way to attract subscribers was, again, because this was my ultimate goal during the course. So it was my first step. And this, as I've mentioned, is done through something called lead magnets, right? So it's a valuable piece of content that people are willing to give their email for. So let's run through them briefly. Now, the very first lead magnet I created was the ultimate guide to generating passive income in your 20s. And this is actually on the homepage of the website. So when a user clicks download, they are brought to this pop-up, which is powered by Thrive Themes, another software that I integrated into WordPress. They can click Get Your Free Guide, enter their email and name, and through my email marketing service, they are automatically sent an email with the ultimate guide to passive income, onto which they can then click and it is downloaded momentarily. And this is essentially the 25-page guide to passive income with simple things like becoming an affiliate or renting out things you don't use. But anyway, so I actually outsourced the design of this lead magnet. And that's another thing that I learned during this course. I learned what my time is worth. So I could spend, 3 hours formatting this lead magnet to get it perfect and how I like it, or I could pay someone on a website called Fiverr or Upwork or anything like that, $30 to do it for me. And if I believe that my time is worth more than $10 an hour, then I would outsource the task. And I did this a lot during this course, and this allowed me to focus on something that I'm actually really good at. Like, let's say, content creation or ideation or something along those lines where my time spent is actually valuable for my business itself. The second lead magnet I created was a budgeting template. And this came with a short tutorial on exactly how to use the budget as well. Right, so once people downloaded that through the Thrive Themes pop-up, they were sent this automated email, again through my CRM system, and they were then allowed to download a simple Excel sheet that taught them exactly how to budget as a university student. Now, as you can see here, this is the overview of the budgeting template, and as well as a link to the free training that they get to go along with this. And the reason I put this training is because at the end of every single lead magnet, I add an upsell for my investing product that costs $59. That is not quite yet created, but regardless, I add the upsell at the very end of the presentations or the guides, because this directs people after they get free value to want to buy from me. Now, the final lead magnet was a credit card quiz that, based on your answers, would recommend a specific credit card to you based on your personal spending habits and unique lifestyle, as you can see here in the short description. So people would take the short quiz, and based on what they answered, they would get a specific recommendation where they can skip the results and they get the recommendation as to which card is best for them. It gives them some benefits and then a short upsell on I believe the training. Now they can go back to Money Mindset, which if they click this button would redirect them to a blog article about how to use their credit card, the top 7 credit terms you need to know. Or what they could do is once they receive the email, there will be a link to a 30-minute comprehensive credit card training module on how to get the highest credit score possible in the shortest amount of time. And this is the private landing page for those people who open the link through their email. Now, after using a company called Interact to create my credit card quiz, Thrive Themes to create my website pop-ups, and having to integrate all of this software with WordPress, my site provider, as well as ActiveCampaign, my CRM provider, my least favorite word officially became integration, as integration with these things is a really big learning curve for me and something that was far more time consuming than I thought and not really fun work to do at all. And this leads me to another big learning point in the course, which was even when I plan to take a long time for things will always take longer than I expect, especially in the complicated world of technology. Now, after all of the emails were captured through these lead magnets, I had to actually send my subscribers something, right? An automated email sequence. And this brings me into the next thing I needed to develop, which was my email sequences and these email templates. And again, as I said, all of these were able to be automated and automatically send upon people clicking download through my provider ActiveCampaign. Now, beyond this, I also produce 6 blog posts as well, which can be found on the website in the blog section, as well as learning how to actually optimize these posts and the pages on my website for search engine optimization, or SEO. And these were skills that took some time to learn, but I know will eventually pay off in the future. And to supplement my, lack of knowledge with SEO, I convinced my group in another class, Business Technology Management, to tackle SEO as our course topic. And we actually ended up completing a 15-page report and designed our own strategy specifically suited to a WordPress website on how to optimize a website for search engine optimization. And I know this will be very valuable in the future because while something like this does take time, free traffic is a really valuable asset that I will be looking forward to in the future. Another one of the most valuable skills in any internet marketing business, and one of the most valuable skills that I gained during this course, was that of copywriting. And I actually ended up buying, this library of courses that you can see on the screen right now from an online marketer, Alex Becker, for a $99 course bundle on Black Friday to learn how to copywrite, not only on sales pages, but for email marketing as well. And this bundle normally equals around $3,200 in courses. So I figured it was a worthwhile investment for me to learn this skill. Now, overall, these are my startup costs so far. And while this does seem like quite a bit of money, these are relatively small costs compared to what I know I can regain in the future once my digital products are complete. And another thing to take note of here is that these costs contain a lot of past mistakes, like hosting for my old Wix website that I don't use anymore, that I incurred far before this course, the actual course outline. Now, as I was taking this course, it led me to another key learning point, and this is that I learn so much better when I am actually passionate about what I am learning, or if the topic is something that is applicable to what I enjoy and what I want to achieve. Now, moving forward, I do plan to continue to grow Money Mindset with the ultimate goal of pursuing this at the end of this school year, this summer, and generating enough money to actually support myself and supplement a co-op job. And again, moving forward, I know that I work a lot better with hard set deadlines that I can set for myself. I also know that reviewing what I accomplished at the end of every week, as well as planning out what I expect to get done in the next week, is extremely helpful for me. Additionally, I know I work best when I set specific time blocks aside for me to work on my business. And for this course, that happened to be, really any time I could manage it, but without a doubt from 6:30 to 10:30 in the evening. And while I normally don't work well in the evening, I saved this I work better in the morning, and I saved this work specifically for the evening because I'm so motivated when I work on it. I know that I won't need any extra motivation, or I won't be distracted by any other work that I have to do. And the final thing that I now know moving forward is that I need to find a way to be less afraid of actively sharing my minimum viable product, even if it isn't perfect yet or up to my standards. And this is something that I definitely struggle with, being a perfectionist, sharing something with the world that I don't, in my eyes, believe is 100% ready. But I know in order to be successful, it's something that I really need to work on. Now, continuing this venture, or really any other entrepreneurial experience in the future, I know that it is going to be really important for me to always start with why I am doing something. And this why, and really the vision I have of helping others, is what makes me work so hard to achieve what will take a very long time to accomplish, and sometimes seem unobtainable. But it's something that if I start with a vision, I know that I can accomplish it in the long term.